I've been using Kling AI for the past month and a half or so, and these are some of the results that I found, and I think they may be quite interesting to you. And this is specifically, obviously, for realtors who specifically want to do virtual staging. Let me show you some of the results that I've encountered so that you can have an idea of why and how it actually works. Okay, let me just show you this one. At first, what I did is loaded this image, and then this is the prompt that I give it. Right? Okay, I'm doing virtual staging from this image to this second image, and basically the second image was generated using ChatGPT at the time, and then have the pieces come in one by one till the final image, and then this is how it actually came about. And I said I used the video 01 model at 720p. This was the result. Now let me show you. Now then I asked it to do virtual staging. So I uploaded an image. This is the original image. And then I asked it to do virtual staging, but this is the result. So as you can see, this is literally not the original image. So it really didn't do a good job here. So what I found is that actually Kling AI is actually good for certain things and terrible for certain things. But when it comes to virtual staging, for example, images, if you want to virtual stage an image to say, okay, here's an empty piece of property, virtual stage this from this image till this image, it's not really that great for that. But when you have an exact image, now here's another example, right? I took the similar image, right, and virtual stage this image to a modern style backyard. Ensure consistency. The house must stay the same, just make the paint look new. And this is what it came with. And I wasn't really happy with the result, although I did try something, but it's not really what I wanted it. And the problem with this virtual stage is the area which I was virtual staging is a bit more of a desert area, so they wouldn't have such a lush green area to have. But anyway, I didn't really specify that in the prompt, so we can forgive Kling AI for that part. Let's just go through a little bit more. And then, okay, let me just show you another example. Now, this is where I wanted it to virtual stage. This is the original image. As you can see how the image looks, the only thing is that in the absence of a lot of things, it starts to just dream up things, because this is not really how the actual kitchen looks. So in this regard, it didn't really do much of a good job. But then, to be fair, I didn't really give it enough images to go with. So one of the important things that you have to remember when you're virtual staging is that Kling AI needs enough images that you can use to try and tell it, okay, I want to virtual stage this. This is how I want it to look. And here's a better example, right? This is the original image, right? The empty image. And then the virtual stage one. And by the way, I also virtual staged this through ChatGPT because it has a much better image model that actually understands a little bit more what you're trying to do. And it keeps things consistent. So you don't have this part where you have the original image, but the second image is a little bit more altered or doesn't look quite the same as the first image. So yes, so now this was the actual result. As I said earlier, I just put in a simple prompt, have the furniture come in from image 2 to image 1, which is the altered image one by one, and this was the result. Let me see. Here's another example. Again, this was one of the videos where I used the original image and I used ChatGPT to actually give me a second image, or an image that's actually virtual stage that looks so much more better, and that keeps it like completely consistent. As you can see, the result. So yeah, that's the result. If you do want to use Kling AI, or one of the best AIs to use for virtual staging is Kling AI. But you have to understand what you're using it for. When it comes to image generation, it is really not that great, and it's a little bit, the results is not really that great.